right, everyone. Welcome back to the 2025 Canadian Men's 9-Ball Championships here at Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We got another doozy of a match here. Eric Vargas taking on Mike Abu. And we're going to be live on Facebook and YouTube, guys, so make sure you click that share button for me on the Facebook. And click the thumbs up on the YouTube. We're going to be live all day. We got plenty of great matches in this 9-ball championship. Today we're going to play down to the final 16. We're going to redraw. And then it will be single elimination in the final 16. We're doing a matchroom style tournament. So I see Eric here in the white shirt. He's going to break first. It's winner breaks format here with the 9-ball being racked on the spot. So he is going to try and cut the 1 ball in the side pocket. Watch the 1 go towards the left side pocket. Our left. I like the speed. That's pretty much the speed you want to hit it. You can hit it harder, but we don't want to see anybody hitting it softer. So, and this might have been one of the guys I was a little worried about. Not too much softer than that would be good. Okay, he's got a couple options here on the 2. He can try to play the 2-5 combination, which it looks like that's what he's eyeing up. Or, if he really hates that, he could try to bank the 2 over to the bottom left corner and sort of send the cue ball up table a little bit. If he misses the 2, maybe it stays on this bottom rail. But I think this combo lay is not too bad. Pockets are playing a little forgiving with the new cloth right now. Oh, and he hits it so sweet. That's a nice shot to open your tournament. Open your day, rather. He had a nice match yesterday. He won Hill against Jonathan De La Cruz, gave him almost all he could handle. You see Albert Augustin on the other table there on the left. We got lots of great matches going on. I'll pan you guys around the room because we got a PTZ camera working today. So in between racks, maybe we'll take a look around. We got the bracket on Digital Pool. If you guys want to follow along, it's under 2025 Canadian Men's 9-Ball Championships. 64 players joined us. Starting last night, we played 1 full round through the A side. Everybody got to play a match. We had a great one last night. Went till about 3 a.m. Edwin getting the job done. Hill. Nice battle against Jason Kishnu. Another 700 going to the B side already. There's got to be 6 of them over there. Nice clean stroke there from Mr. Vargas. Looking to do the work to start this match. He's looking good this morning. I thought he might contemplate staying on the other side of the 8, but he's hit this one pretty good. He'll like where he is here. Play the 9 in the same pocket, I think, as he's going to play this 8 ball. Yeah, he stuns it over there. Beautiful. And how nice is this start the match? You really want to get out of the gate and put some pressure on your opponent. This is the best way to do it, just breaking around the first rack. Win the leg, run out. Easy game. Just kidding. It's not easy at all. Eric just made it look real easy, though. Nice out. Tables are playing perfect, courtesy of Lackno Billiards Pro Shop. Tony down there doing great stuff. Check him out, guys. He's a diamond dealer. He's a cue repair guy. Does a little bit of everything. And I highly recommend him. He did a really fantastic job on these tables. Super professional. I couldn't believe the speed they worked at, him and one other guy, one helper, and he did 18 tables in 3 days. Leather pocket here. We got 8 7-foot diamonds and 10 9-foot diamonds. He did them all in 3 days. Unbelievable work. So I'll be able to show you guys. We got some new camera gear going on here, so we could kind of zoom in a little on maybe Eric here for a second, or the rack. Let's see. So maybe you guys could tell from here. We got the 9 ball on the spot. Racking the 9 on the spot. Eric going to try to cut that one in the left side pocket. Successful on the first break, and he's going to look to do it again. The nice thing about this break is we're random racking the 2 ball. So although you can make a ball now, it is very difficult to control position on the opening shot every time. And I love that. Game's supposed to be random. Oh, he's hitting that sweet. He's getting right into the 9 ball with the cue ball. That's what you want to see. Look out. Vargas coming in hot. Let me just open up these comments, guys, so I can follow along with you all. Jesse, Derek, and good morning, everybody else. Make sure you guys share that stream for me. Lots of great pool today. This is quite the match to start the day, too. For those who don't know, Mike Abu, quite the player. We don't see him as much as some of the other guys because he's got a pretty good full-time job, but if he played full-time, I guarantee that Fargo number would have a 7 in the front of it. Something around Eric's Fargo is what I would think. A super player, very good snooker player, too. Okay, let's see. Is Eric going to try to force this one forward through some gaps? I don't think he can. I don't think he can take that risk. So I think he has to just take what he can get back there, see where he's looking. He can punch it a little to the end rail, to the side rail, kind of back where it is, but I don't think he can get much further. Yeah, you can see the angle wasn't good to get close to the 3, so he tried to cheat it, punch it, and create something that wasn't really there. And I'm following the chat on both. They want to know, is this a 2-day tourney or 3? It's a 2.5-day tourney. So we started last night, and then it's 2 full days, today and tomorrow. And we'll be down to the final 16 players tomorrow. And I'll ask about that Saturday tournament. I've had quite a few questions about it. See if the boss can post something. She's standing right outside the stream booth here. Okay, Abu going to try to cut this ball in, I'm sure. I mean, the safety is there, but I don't think you need to. I think you can sling this one around. Never mind. We touched on this a little bit yesterday. I think you got to attack a lot because the safeties don't pay off as much. Like, say he did hook him here. Eric might come off the bottom rail, side rail, hit the 2, stick him there, you know? And then you might wish he kind of attacked. So with how good everybody is nowadays, I think attacking is probably a better option a lot of times. Which they both surprised me by not attacking. That's a good safe, though. Keeping the ball away from the rail is important. You watch it. Mike's very good with the kick shot. He'll come off a couple of rails, hit this one. Oh, he might even have the 1 rail between the 5-7. Yeah, hit the deuce, and he's going to leave it stuck behind the 4-7-5. He's got a big wall there. So I think he maybe needs just a touch of spin here, a little right spin to create the angle. I don't think he has an angle. Just hit it with, top. Yeah, so he tried to create a little extra with the side spin, but he hit it too hard for it to grip. He's trying to get the distance on the 2. Tricky one a little bit with trying to get through a little window like that with some siding. Not always easy. A good chance for Eric here. I think he can just hold this ball. Sort of where he was looking at the cue ball the first shot. Maybe he can draw it and miss the 4. And use the end rail, get a little closer to the 3. Let's see what he does. Oh, yeah, he hit that one great. He's got a nice angle here, too, but he needs to put a stroke on this one. He would have rather been straight in on this 3 and just draw it back a little, but it's okay. It's very workable. Looks like John Mora up 2 or 3-0 already on Martin. Kelly's got his hands full over there. That's a tough one. But a great experience for him. Yeah, Eric got caught. I call that one slapping at it a little bit, Bit tricky from distance, trying to get a lot out of the cue ball. It's easy to misplay it. Good morning, Mitch, Keith, Chris, and everybody else tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all very much. Make sure you do me a favor, click that share button. That's all we ever ask on these free Q Sports live streams. And we'll try to keep them free as long as we can, as long as you guys are sharing and doing your part too. A little morning jitters out of the Abu stroke here, maybe. Definitely not nerves. This guy looks like he's got ice in his veins all the time. He's a pretty cool cucumber. Let's see if Eric punishes him here. Yeah, Leo in the Facebook chat there. He stayed up till 3 a.m. watching the last match. That was a good one. It was hard to go to bed there. I wouldn't have wanted to go to bed, even if I could. I think he's got to be playing safe here, or some kind of two-way, maybe cutting the 4 in the low right while sending the cue ball maybe behind the 5, or maybe even middle table with the cue ball is okay, as long as the speed on the 4 is, just leaving it on the end rail, middle diamond. Overcutting this ball, of course. Yes, 9-foot tables. That's correct. And the big old 9-footers. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. He says sorry, but I don't know if he is, because he hit it pretty good. I kind of thought he might go behind the 5. Yeah, something tells me he was playing it behind the 5. I think he apologized because he hit it so good. I hit it so good, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I just had to give Mora the old commentator's curse because Martin's at the table now. We've got some great matches going on around the room. If you guys want to come watch in person, we got the new scoreboard set up as well. And we also got some new fancy camera views here so we could see like how tight he is to this ball. We could take a look at the overhead here. This one, of course, I really love. This is a game changer for CSL pool streams at LP. Thank you very much, Ira. So he's going to go 2 rails, try to hit this ball. This is not easy at all. Very tricky. Look at this shot, though. He hit it like a dream. And is he going to get a reward? I think he is. You know what? I don't think this 4 plays in the side. What a great shot that is. You can see Kevin Beavis, also known as Beamer, on that left side there. He's playing Albert Augustin. That's a great match. Those two done battle lots. No weekly tournaments here in Calgary. Oh, he did have enough to play in the side. Just. So no reward from Mike for a good hit. That's pool. Sometimes you do everything you can and it just doesn't work out. Eric hit that ball great, too, to get on this 5 ball. I think he can just stay underneath the 6. Shoot it in the bottom right. He stays on the good side of the 6 ball, too, where he can kind of just stun follow this or hit it with only follow. We had it in the side pocket. It's even more handy. As long as it slows down, he got a little closer to this one than I thought he needed to. This will work out fine, though. He's in control here early in the match. Race to 9, though. It's a long one. Still lots of time. And as mentioned, guys, bracket on Digital Pool. If you want to follow along there, if somebody wants to post the bracket link in the stream, would be amazing. Stacy, you know, I'm not 100% sure if they're going top to bottom. I would assume top to bottom from the B side, yes. In this round, yes, because that's the order that they played last night, so. Wouldn't make any sense to make the players that were up all night come back earlier, too, you know. They get the second round of matches, I think. Elaine, yeah. Sorry I'm awesome, he says. I'm so sorry. I was born with a cue in my hand, and I'm sorry, he says. Jam Up Apparel coming with some cool stuff here. They're going to get this website fired up. Coming soon, jamupapparel.ca. I think they got these jerseys up there pretty soon. The official event jerseys. You can get your name on the back. You don't have to have Joe Spence's name on the back. Pretty sweet looking. So we got this new fancy zoomy zoom camera PTZ. You can see Johnny Morrow over here doing battle Martin Kelly. Mr. Smooth Stroke. You can't miss that one from a mile away. Can tell who that is. He's looking good over there. He's up 2-1. Martin Kelly on the board, though. And then back to Eric and Mike Abu here. Eric going to try to make this one on the side again. He's 2 for 2. Yeah, the speed is nice. That one he hit a little bit low. What I mean by low is a little bit on the bottom side of the 9 coming back through the rack. Might have been the reason he made 4 balls. But usually you want to try to get that cue ball coming across the top of the 9, middle, or the top of the 9, so that you're around center table. But this is going to work out okay. He's got a nice shot on this 3 ball into the right side, and I think the cue ball goes clean into the 9, keeps him on the 4. Don't think he risks elevating the cue and drawing this one, but he could. Steven and Jerry Young doing battle. I see Steven come reaching for the jump cue. Figure he might have had that out in a 9-ball tournament. Looks like we got Jim Weich in the house again. Going to come help us out with some commentary. Whew, he might have got away with one there. He thought he was scratching for sure. And I think this 4 goes inside. Just might be a little further away from the 6 than he'd be in love with, but I think, oh, now he looks like he's eyeing up a safety maybe. Yeah, trying to get underneath the 9, but this is going to leak out. It's going to get a little leaky on him. First good chance for Mike here. Let's see what he's got. Try to get himself going a little bit. Still early. He's got lots of time to work, but you don't want to give a guy like Eric Vargas a chance to free roll on you. You got to keep it tight. Make him work hard. I don't know if he tries to hold this one off of 1 or 2 rails. It might try to go all the way around here, like off of 4. 6 ball might be a bit big there. Might be crashing doing that. But I hate trying to roll this ball in. Sometimes you have no choice, but if you got a choice, you like to kind of hit this one medium speed. He dragged it in there nicely. Almost too nice. Held it beautifully. Nice smooth delivery there. He's got to put a good stroke on this ball too. I mean, it looked like the 7 was accessible on the side, but I don't think that's the case. Let's take a look here. Might be a tall ask to try to play that 7 in the side. Might have to just get the cue ball near the middle. Maybe just middle table would be good enough, and then cut the 7 in or play shape for a bank, because I'm pretty sure you can't really play the 7 in that bottom side pocket. Yeah, he tried to go inside the 9. Big risk there. I mean, it does pay off if you hit it right, but I think it was a big risk with the inside spin there. That's a tricky little shot he tried to play. And now, I don't think he has the 3 rail with leaving the cue ball behind the 9. I don't think. Kind of obviously a bit hard to tell from where we are. The overhead doesn't tell us a lot more, but maybe he can just stick it right there and kind of ship the 7 ball around a bit. Yeah, I don't know if he's got enough for that. Might be all he can do, though. Yeah, okay, he did have enough for that. And he stunned it nicely. The problem is he's going to leave this 7 right over the pocket for Eric. He'll be licking his chops, Mr. Vargas. This is a bread and butter shot for Eric. You'd put him as a big favorite to make this ball. Maybe not a big favorite, but he's got to be at least 50-50, you know. And I think he'd be trying to look for the second rail for sure. Russ would be, Gordon Steele wants to know where's Russ these days. Fishing, probably. In the summer, that's Russ's fishing time. Any update on the Baggett match? Where are the score updates you guys were talking about last night? I don't know if they connected it to the software yet. It will be coming soon. I didn't know that was going to be a today thing, to be honest. But you can see the scores if you're in the room. So if you're in the area, come check it out. Lots of great matches going on. And update on the Baggett match. Well, I'll tell you what. He's not even playing until later on the B side. He lost his first match. He lost last night to Leo Sanchez. Beat him 9-6. Well, wouldn't have expected to look back and see Mike with ball in hand here, that's for sure. Come off the bottom side of it and scratch, that'll happen. But that's what he needed here. He did play a good save. He got rewarded, so try to get himself on the board here. Shout out to my man Nick with Nick's Q Innovation. Ooh, and we got a couple more ads today as well. Here's a good friend of mine, Alan Wang with Bubble Mania. Go check them out. They're just off of 16th Avenue. They're on Edmonton Trail on the west side of Deerfoot. And they're on 16th. So they're in between Deerfoot and Edmonton Trail. And they're on 16th Avenue. Highway 1. Very famous bubble tea place, but they got lots of other good stuff too. Chicken wings, desserts. You can see stuff on the poster there. Thanks to Alan for supporting the event. Yeah, this is what I wondered about this match is Eric very proficient with any break. He's a big student of the game, trying to figure out the little ins and outs. So you know he had the break figured out, but I questioned if Mike did, and there's the answer. He did not make the one. Eric's 3 for 3 on the one in the side. Mike's 0 for 1. And I think this one goes pretty comfortable with the cue ball tracking towards the 2. The 3 over the pocket. Be all about the 3 to the 4 to the 5. And there's some movement needed here. Now this might be too much angle. Can he avoid the purple 4 here through this little gap while still getting on the correct side of the 3? I don't know about that. He's going to get there. He's going to get exactly where he needs to be. That's such a great shot. It's easy to punch that one a little and clip some of the 4. Or be worried about punching that one a little and clipping the 4 and way under hit it and end up on the wrong side of the 3 having to deal with the 8. It's a nice shot there. Maybe one more good shot away from taking this rack. Gets where he needs to be on the purple 4. You think job's pretty much done. And this looks pretty good. I mean, I think he goes between the 7-9. Well, maybe just like real soft with a little touch of inside. Yeah, flick the 7. Watch the scratch. Watch being straight in and on the rail. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think he had just a bit of a funny angle on that 3 ball. I think he was just kind of in between drawing it or just with the soft shot like he played it. Yeah, long days, Gordon. Today shouldn't be as long. We're just playing down to 16 players today. Can't imagine we'll be here till 3 a.m. again. But you never know. Yeah, he was so straight in on that ball. He had nothing but a safety. And he played it really well. Very smart. Eric, the grinder, always the grinder, this guy. Plays a very strategic game, very contained, not stepping outside the box too much. I wonder if something we could do with the live scoring is even just having the tournament director and myself looking around the room to see the scores and putting them in on digital pool. I do believe we can do that. Well, let's just test it out with John Moore and Martin Cayley at 3-2. Let's just see. Oh, I won't be able to because I'm not logged in as the tournament director. Oh, Abu with a good effort there on the safe, but that was tricky. Off 2 rails, tough to judge that one. I like the speed he played it with, but it was a very tough shot. We should have Grant Zemp jumping in maybe for the next match with Jim White, possibly Jim as well. Nice to have him, the famous voice, on the stream, because I do have a match. I am 3 tables away playing Big Red. Well, I think he's just in between. Does he come around for the 7 in the bottom right, or does he hold underneath the 7 and play it in the left side? Kind of like the other half of that. You come around this 7, you can end up on the wrong angle a lot, and then you're dealing with a flick off the 9. So I kind of like just trying to stay underneath it. Even if I had to play in the top left, it's not the end of the world. Oh, he played it with the inside. Yeah, and he is going to have to deal with the 9. So this is where it gets a little tough. He's going to have to take a little distance on the 8 ball. He'll have to be closer to it, but he's not going to be able to get closer. He's going to just touch the 9 a little, I think, and the cue ball is going to be near the left side pocket. Yeah, well, that's the other part of the equation is now he pushed the 9 down to the end rail. Should be okay, but just more work than needed. Sometimes this is good, though. This can be good for you, especially early mid-match. Kind of just get through a tough one, and then everything else doesn't seem so hard. It's pretty thin, and he does have to watch the scratch in the low left a little bit. So you see him taking just an extra second. I don't think he tries to draw it around off 2 or 3 rails, does he? No, just one rail, nice and easy, one rail. Because even if he lands here, a little thin, it's okay. Still very, very makeable. The rest makes it twice as hard, though. Just double tough. I think he can just play with middle ball. Kind of helps here. You don't have to play with inside or outside to avoid any scratches. So maybe just some top, but you might have to get the rest out of the way. That does make it a little tricky sometimes. It doesn't hurt to switch hands like Johnny Mora in this situation would switch hands and cut this ball in. Lefty. Oh, he hit it so nice. That's such a great shot. Under a little bit of pressure there to get the job done. Landing a little off angle on a couple of balls there. But he did the work. Now we got another ad here. Performance Auto Calgary. Check them out, guys. Make sure you check out all these sponsors. They support these events here at LP. That's very important for the players and the spectators and the viewers online to show them some love and give them some return on their investment. Maybe they'll be more inclined to add more money next time or add to more tournaments. So thank you to Performance Auto Calgary. Okay, cue ball on the left side, or one ball rather. You don't want the cue ball in there. Look out, almost jinxed him hard. No, he's now not made it once, so that's a real good sign for Mike. I guess if I was Mike, I would have been a little worried there. Yeah, making the one in the side every time is not good for business. You're going to end up hooked a lot. Oh, and he's got more than enough to make this one and get down near the two. Just got to watch the three ball here. Just got to watch the three ball here. How about the nine? Look out. Oh, he's okay. He's just okay, I think. Let's take a look. The overhead. Maybe not. Maybe not so okay. I wonder if he plays the Masse, because I haven't really seen this guy jump a ton. Oh, he is going to go for the jump cue. Well, let's see what he's got with this jump shot. Definitely not going over all of the nine. I think it's like half or three-quarters of the nine. And the cue ball kind of goes in the direction you need it to get on the three, although he doesn't need to be straight on the three. It looks like maybe he doesn't have the cue out yet. He was hoping he didn't have to use it. Kathy in the Facebook chat, welcome. Gito, yes, tables got reclothed a few weeks ago. Super fresh. They're playing awesome. They are playing so perfect right now. Okay, up and over the nine. Tricky one when you're close like this. Well, I don't know if Eric attacks here. He might draw into the 9 and send the cue ball, or send the 2 ball rather, up table. Because I don't know if cutting this one, if he can get free back up and down. Also, he thins it. He's going behind the 4, and how good is this? He got there. Beautiful shot from Mr. Vargas. I don't think Mike goes to the jump cue here. I think he kicks this one or 2 rails. Maybe 2 rails. The right long rail, the end rail. Yeah, right on this line. This is kind of a nice line because if you hit this at a good speed, you might get the 2 up there where the cue ball is right now. Good things can happen, they say. So we got Jackson, Clifford, Joe Spence going to do battle next. Those guys know each other pretty well. We got Bradley Harris, Chad McLean, and then we got Eric Orlovson and myself. George Sanderson, Justin Morgan. That's a good match. Only 2 points difference in Fargo for those guys. And the last match in this bracket is going to be Jordan Rothermel and Edwin. That's going to be a nice match, too. A couple good ones in this round to look forward to. And the winners of these matches, they're going to have one more match on the A side to get out of this bracket, so to say. Try to get into the final 16 and try to qualify. So 3 wins on the A side is all you need to get to the final 16. They already got 1. This would be 2. Nice shot there from Eric. I think you can cut this 3 and the cue ball just flicks the 9 a little bit. You just got to watch the 6 ball a touch here. You don't want to have a super heavy angle on the 4. But you don't want to be wicked thin either, you know. Because if you flirt with the heavy angle on the 4, then the 6 is there. Oh, he wasn't even touching the 9. That's nice. It's nice when you can avoid them. I don't know if he draws this one or if he just kind of goes forward. Take a little bump on the 5. I kind of like that, I think. Sometimes a bit tough to tell from our view, which is the best option. Maybe this will tell us a little better. I think it's just bumping the 5. 6, 7, 8 all right there. That's handy. Yeah, he hit that one sweet. Pretty good with the rest these days is Mr. Vargas. Cut that 9 ball in pretty sweet a couple of racks ago. And that shot looked very well controlled too. Looking good here for 4-1. Eric Vargas trying to get to that winner's qualification match. Yeah, I think he gets the extension. He's got an extension for the back of his cue here just to make sure he's not reaching too much. Well, he maybe doesn't need it. Because it doesn't need to get all the way back here for the 9. It's a little deceiving. I don't think he like powers this one forward or draws it all the way. I think you just get a middle table and cut the 9. Well, these guys trick me sometimes. They like being straight in. Well, And he really got away with it because he overdrew that one by a lot. You see the little smile on his face. Swish. 4-1 Eric. Somebody was asking about the tables. This guy came in a couple of weeks ago, banged them all out in 3 days with one helper. Tony from Lethbridge. Unbelievable work. He comes highly recommended. I highly, highly recommend Tony. Very professional, very good at what he did. And we got a players list here I could show you guys while we're waiting for Eric. I think he went to the washroom, or he's maybe just updating the score. Yeah, just the score. So I'll let you guys take a peek at this list again later on in the stream. These are the 64 players we had joining the event. Pretty tough field. Definitely the toughest we've ever had here at LP. And we've had some tough ones. Toughest on the 9-foot for sure. The first CSL Invitational might have been, I don't know, as tough. We had Tyler Steyer and Alex Olinger. Mora was there with Klatt, and we had some good ones that time too. So, okay, this 2 breaks in a row where Eric didn't make the 1. That's a real nice sign for Mike. So they're saying there's a chance, he says. Looks like the 1 ball goes clean. The cue ball's going where he needs it to get on the 2. Not much stopping him here. Good morning, Josh. Mark White. Good morning. Everybody's playing jam up. Hildy, the bus driver in the chat. Lee Smith. The bracket is on Digital Pool. Thank you, Chad Sens. Posting that for us. James Brinson in the YouTube. Welcome. Kelly Wilson. Thank you all for tuning in. Do me a big favor, guys. Click that share button. That's all we ask for here at Q Sports Live. Free streams. Click the share on the Facebook. Click the thumbs up on the YouTube. Looks like Blair Major, Kyle Ashmore at 4-4. Blair took out Jason Klatt last night in round 1. The Klatt in the hat on the 1-loss side already. That's scary for anybody over there. Oof, Eric with the looked like a safety to me on the 1. We got John Mora. Looks like he's up 5-2 on Martin Kelly there. Joe Spence pacing, waiting, ready. He's going to take on Jackson Clifford here pretty quick. Their next table up. Just eyeballing some scores. Trying to get a feel for when he might be up. I'm kind of surprised that Mike tried to go off that side of it. I thought he goes off the other side of it and try to keep it down there, send the cue ball around. I mean, this is not bad. He's left a tricky long combination for Eric here. He might not even take it on. It's so tough. Sometimes you don't have a choice here, though. Like, the safety is equal tough to the shot. You play the shot. Yeah, go out firing. I'd rather lose shooting than lose with them shooting. That is like a 10 out of 10 tough shot. Very tough. But the saver for Eric is Mike's going to have a tricky one on the 2 up there. It's 2-7 combination, but it's very tough from distance. And I'm not sure he can get much closer to it. There's another good player that went to the one-loss side right away last night was Gary Nagel. Lost a close one to Cameo Capo. Good win for Cameo there. Cameo taking on a good friend of mine right now. Actually, he's playing Jared White. And, 5-0 Cameo. Tough one for Jared, but great experience for him. He got a little jelly roll with the bye last night. Had one player not make it. Oh, he played the off the rail, off the 7 shot. That was nice. That was well played there. You can see Mike's a pretty calculated player. He doesn't just get up, fire the ball right away, but he's also not slow by any means. He plays a really nice pace. There's a pretty fast player leaning over on the left there, Beamer. He probably almost done that match, him and Albert. Only 4-1 here, but it's probably something like 6-6 or 7-5 or something over there. Those guys play pretty quick. Tough not to get out from here. For Mike, he's looking good to get this to 4-2. Oh, wow. Big mistake. Big, giant, massive error. That's most likely going to cost him this match. Look how quick Eric walked to the table. Eric flew over there. He knew how big this was. Yeah, that's a mistake you can't afford to make against a player like this. Early match, a little bit tough sometimes out there, but you got to get it done there. You got to get the job done in that situation. The ball's just laid too nice to let it slip. And from 4-2, it's like very much anybody's match with winner breaks. From 5-1, of course, Mike's still in. He's a good fighter. You don't get that good at pool just giving up, so still in the match. But at 5-1, I mean, you got to put Eric as a huge favorite. He's still got to make this 9, though. This hasn't gone in yet. Not counting this one yet. All right. Another big shout out to my man, Alan Wang, Bubble Mania. Appreciate you, pal. This tournament's not quite the same without you playing in it, but I know it was probably you or Benny Francisco going to be the one playing, so. Go check them out, guys. They got, like, the most epic bubble tea. Very famous. 24 years in business now, too. Hey, you guys are right up there with LP. I think we're year 25. Okay, Eric to break. It's rack number 7 in this race to 9. We haven't had any matches finish over there yet, but I would imagine we're going to get some finishing pretty soon. 8-2 Dexter over Tom. He's looking to finish that one off pretty soon. And John Moore up 6-2. I see a 6-4. And there's going to be a few finish at once. I'm praying that I get to watch the end of this match. Like, I think Little Birdie told me that it might be myself and Big Red on the next streaming match, but I cannot confirm nor deny those allegations. Did Klatt shoot well, but Blair overpowered him, or was he off his game? Cue ball control on the YouTube wants to know. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not really sure. I imagine Blair had to play well. It's not often Klatt's just going to hand it to you, you know. And that's a couple of questions about the score on the other table. Yes, that is your buddy Albert over there, the animal. He's playing Beamer on the table beside this one. So let's see if we can eyeball the score. We cannot. We cannot quite see Albert's score. We can see Beamer has 2. That would make me think Albert's probably winning that match. They've been playing for too long for it to be 2-2. If I was to guess, 6-2 Albert. Albert Augustin taking on Kevin Beavis, also known as Beamer. You guys would know him as Beamer if you're local. And there's plenty of room to gather around and watch the matches if anybody's in the area want to come check it out. See, my dad just found his way in. Well, Mike's taking a second here because he's on the wrong side of the 1 to get to the 2, and the 4 is real tricky. So you need good position on the 2 to get good position on the 3 to get where you need on the 4. So oftentimes as pool players, we're thinking 3 balls ahead or 4 balls at a time. So it's all really about the next 3 balls. Obviously, a lot of times you want to think about the whole rack too, but good safe there. Nice safe shot. Eric probably going to come off the right side rail at this 2, or he might play the jump with the stick, the cue ball under the 4-9. I don't hate that. He's real handy with the jump cue. Well, maybe he has a little window between the 7-9, so to say, into the bottom rail to kick this 2. Could kick it towards the right side pocket and up table, leave the cue ball down here. Or he can see the 2 and he's going to draw underneath the 4, like draw into the 4, leave the cue ball underneath the 9. That's what he's doing. He lost the plot. Way overhit it. That's a tricky one to control, though. Looks like we've had a match finish. Joe looking like he's heading over somewhere to play. Okay, yeah, Dexter finished off on table 16 there. So Joe Spence, Jackson Clifford gonna do a little battle on table 16. See what Jackson's got in the bag of tricks. Take out this monster. The local house pro here at LP, Joe Spence. Jump cue this time for sure for Mr. Vargas. Yeah, he potted it. We kind of figured he might. Such a handy player with that jump cue, let me tell you. Very good with that. The Knicks jump cue, ladies and gents. That's the one. You want to get yourself a good jump cue. I highly recommend the Knicks jump cue. You can see this 3. The problem is getting on the 4. I think he tries to get there, yeah, and then play safe on the 4. Oh, he's getting too far. Is the 4-9 available on the side? Don't think so. Otherwise, he would have tried to get there. Can he safe behind the 6? Or use the 8? He can probably use the 8 and keep the 4 ball behind the 9 as well, off like a rub on the 9. He's looked way up there. He's going to send the cue ball way up there. This is a bit touchy, though. Okay, went super thin off the side rail first. Yeah, well, he's definitely left the ball here and maybe enough to cut it in. If not, Mike's got the bottom rail to kick pretty comfortable off of. Yeah, I don't know if he's kicking this one, then it is a little tough to control where the 4 and the cue ball goes and not sell out. But I really think he's got enough to cut this. I don't know, maybe the angles are deceiving me a little bit, but if he's got enough to try to cut this in, I think you got to go for it. Especially down 5-1. You got to make some stuff happen here. You can't just run and hide forever. I guess he didn't have enough there to cut it, so he had to try to kick it, and it's hard not to sell it out there. I think he was probably trying to hit the 4 thin and get the cue ball back up table. Because hitting the 4 kind of full like that, it was always going into the 9. There's really nowhere to go. I think he's got enough to just roll this forward between the 7-8. But if he's got some angle, he'll stun to the left side rail. Yeah, like this. Good shot. Good shot. Stay underneath the 7. I don't think he comes around. There's just too much traffic there. The 8-9 plays too big. So he'll stay underneath the 7, play the 7 into the lower left where he's standing here. Looking pretty good for 6-1. Eric, he might be able to play the 7 in the side. It might be straight in enough. I think he can. Oftentimes you don't really try these shots because the pocket plays so tight, but I think he's okay. When you're straight in enough, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, sounds like a Ben Francis alias. Chris Simon wants to know when the B-side's starting. That's a better question for the tournament director. I don't get caught quoting tournament times because then I get blamed. So I'm really not sure. Best to come and ask or ask last night or, you know, I try not to be held accountable. Matty boy, no replays yet. We're getting closer to stuff like that. It would be extremely difficult by myself. I don't know how Rod does it. If you guys watch Q Sports Live often, you see Rod Arriagada from Winnipeg. Man, that guy's good. He's doing replays. He's like got the ball counter up there. And he does it all, man. He's good at it. Me, I try to comment on the game, and, you know, if I'm running too much on the scoreboard and too much replays, I lose sight of what's happening here. I like to focus on the pool as much as I can. It is a lot of work to try to run replays. I've always said we need 2 commentators and we need 1 person just running scoreboard and the computer and the replays and the, you know, in a perfect world. But we should have some great commentary later. We got Jim Weich in the house. He's sitting in with Grant Zepp for a while. We got some other guests popping in later today, I've heard as well. So should be a great one. Eric with the 1 on the side again there. I think you can see this too thin. I think it's real thin, and you can send the cue ball up table. Keep the 2 down here. Blair Major, Kyle Ashmore now at 6-6. Barn burner going on over there. This one leaked out a little bit on Eric, so he's not thrilled, but definitely hasn't sold out a makeable shot. Unless you want to attack the bank into the upper right, which at first glance I don't hate because there's lots of cover. And being Mike, you got to make something happen here. You got to start doing something before it's too late. I find in these situations, if I'm Mike down 6-1, that's my way of coming back. Yeah, I think he saw it too, was making the comeback with the little chip safeties and just trying to hang on, wait for an Eric mistake is not really going to happen. Well, I don't know if Eric has this one in off the 4 into the side pocket, so he probably tries to find some sort of safety. I don't know. Can he attack here? I don't think so. Might try to get the cue ball behind the 4 off the top rail. Looks like Albert's beat Beamer over there. Albert the animal taking out Kevin Beavis. Well, I may have to contemplate a washroom break in a minute here just to check if I'm up right away or if they're waiting for me for the stream. So, at the end of this rack, I'm going to have to run away for a second, guys. Yeah, looks like Johnny Mora finished off Martin Kelly over there 9-2. No shame there for Martin. I mean, playing one of Canada's best players of all times. Tough task there. Good experience for him. A long way away from this, too, again. Half decent save from Eric, but he didn't get the cover behind the 8 like he wanted, and Mike's made a great pot on the 2, and I think this is going to hold up. It does indeed. He's got a nice cut on this 3. Still alive. Mikey, still alive. Winner breaks, you got to always kind of think you're in it. But not if you do that. Not if you do that. This isn't the usual Mike Abu I'm used to seeing. Doesn't usually miss too many balls. He's missed a couple. Well, I'm hoping I get another commentator any minute now because I'm up right away. Pretty quick anyway. Looks like they have moved around me, so I am going to think it's me and Red on the stream next. It looks like they played around me. Good shot from Eric. Does this cue ball get enough? I don't think so. Oh, maybe he has enough to cut this in the side. Yeah. Let's see. What's the overhead look like from here? Oh, yeah. And I think this is like a touch of right spin. Yeah, to go into the 7 or around the 7. He didn't really want to go into it at that speed, but I think that's better than just trying to hold it. High risk to try to hold the ball when it's thin like that. Oh, you know what? I didn't even see the 6 hanging down there in the jaws. Did you guys see it down there? I thought, man, he's got a tough shot on the 7 here. Yeah, big win for Leo last night. And Mike missing, like Johnny was, like Baptiste was missing some balls yesterday. Sometimes it can be a bit of the opponent. You know what? It's a real factor. Probably miss more balls against John Mora than he does against me. And Abu missed more balls against Eric than he would against some other guys, you know? Okay, I'm just going to have to run to the washroom real quick in between racks here. Excuse me. So just bear with me while it's silent for a moment. All right, everyone. Sorry for the wait there. My apologies. But I have confirmed that it will be myself and Mr. Eric Orlivson. Next stream match here. Big Red taking on Little Yellow. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Smash that like button, as they say in the YouTube chat. Thank you very much. Gordon says, LOL, got to use the rewind feature. Yeah, exactly. So if you're watching on YouTube, you got a replay feature anyway. You can just rewind. Exactly, cue ball control. You guys know it. Beautiful safety from Mike there. How was that? How'd he hit that ball? Grant's coming on a little later. I think we're going to have Dan, I hope, at some point. And then we should have Jim Weich coming in later. See if we can get some other guests throughout the day. Looks like we got one guest going to sit in with me here. If he sits in the chair, he's got to put on the headset. That's how it works. So, and then he can tell us all about how his match with John Mora just went. How'd it go, Martin?
It was a tough match.
No way.
Yeah.
You mean he played good?
Yeah, he gave me a few chances that I didn't quite capitalize on, but
but not like 10. Like 3?
No, a few more than I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
fair enough.
Got a little bit out of my shoes and left it rattled in the corner.
You rattled some, yeah. That'll happen.
It's a tough match to start the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's good experience for you, though.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't lose that one, right? You can only learn.
Yeah, win or lose, you're gaining something from it, right?
Yeah. Oh, win, you're really gaining something. People always tell me, it's the famous one, oh, I wouldn't be nervous playing Shane. I said, yeah, till you're on the hill.
Or till you're breaking.
You know what I mean?
You don't think you would be, but
yeah, like you think you have nothing to lose.
That's right.
And it's true.
It's true.
Until you're about to win. And then
Yeah.
if you're not nervous, you're not alive, right?
Like when you're down on the ball, you don't really care what everybody else thinks. You're just, you want an opportunity to win, right? So
that's right.
Even if you don't think you're going to be nervous, it kind of comes.
And as good as Johnny is, very human.
Yep.
He's still human.
Yeah.
You know what I said to a couple people was he's not Alex.
That's right.
And we had Alex here not long ago is why I say that, right?
Yeah.
Because we all had a little experience playing Alex. And John is not quite that.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's good. Absolutely. Smooth. That's why they call him.
Man,
Mr.
the name
Smooth.
is so fitting. I don't know if anybody has a fitting nickname as much as him.
He's breaking good too, which is obviously going to be huge in this tournament.
Oh, and he was nice enough to like share some knowledge with Eric, just telling him to draw it more, you know?
Right.
Like you got to draw it lots, he said, you know? And that's nice that they'll share some knowledge.
You're up next?
Yeah, me and Big Red on the stream here next.
Awesome.
Yeah. Eric was up 7-1 here, so looks like Abu's going to get 7-3. Well, should, but
he's got an opportunity. Yeah.
He's let a few slip like this. He had a couple just tic-tac-toe finishes, and he just miss a ball. But you do figure him to settle in at some point, so this match is not over yet. One more match for Mora to get into the final 16, I think. All the winners of this round are going to have one more match to qualify. He's going to play Kyle Ashmore, Blair Major, who took out Klatt last night. Blair's up 7-6 on Kyle over there.
Yeah, that's been a battle. I was watching that a little bit.
Yeah, he played right beside them, eh?
What's the score in Brady's match? 6-5, maybe?
Ooh, good one.
He was down 4-2.
Oh, wow.
He's battled back a little bit.
Leo playing good, beat Randy Baggett last night, too.
Right.
Steven beats Jerry Young 9-4. Yeah, we're almost through this round. Just 2 more matches to be called. Mine and one more. Edwin and Jordan, that's a nice match, too.
That'll be a good match.
Oh, let's see if Abu can do something here, though. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Can't count this guy out. He's been playing pool a long time. He knows how to win from behind. Gonna draw this one. Do got to watch the side pocket a little bit. A little bit.
Go below.
A lot a bit. That was way closer to the side than I thought he was going to get.
A little bit of horn to help you
I
out.
thought he kind of
Dad-
just stay above it.
Yeah, I thought he would have too.
Yeah. Yeah, he did get perfect here, though. Nothing wrong with that.
No. Once in a while, he'll take perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Perfect is okay. Well, tables are playing perfect, too, thanks to Tony with Lackno there. He did an awesome job.
They are fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't had one person complain yet, and that's rare. People love to complain. Especially to me.
Right.
I'm the first one that gets it every time.
Ben is not running this tournament, guys. So if you got something to complain about, find someone else.
Or the pool hall right now.
That's right.
So
Yeah. Leave him alone.
Yeah. I'm just a player and the commentator right now for
Still finding
2
a way
months.
to handle 2 jobs, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
3, really.
Well, I probably have no chance of winning if I only do one job.
That's right.
Like
You're too focused.
I need the chaos a little. Yeah, well, I'm thinking too much.
That's right.
Can't stop and think. That's the trick to this game. Well, we got the new cameras hooked up,
That's
Martin.
kind of talking about, the same thing as the inner game of tennis, right? Is shutting your mind off and kind of letting muscle memory take over.
You really have to try to shut it off a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. You should be thinking about maybe one thing. But if you try to think about all the things, you're dead meat.
It's too much.
See if you can get this one in the side. He's been struggling with it a bit. Eric's got it on lock.
There it is. Oh,
he hit the horn.
Oh, that's going to scratch, too.
It is going to scratch.
That's unfortunate.
Well, not the easiest
No.
out, though. A long way from the 1 to the 2.
Well, yeah.
We're getting to the 3's a little touchy, but
Couple different ways to make the 3 there, though.
it's just tough because you can land kind of straight on the 2 a lot. It's tough to land perfect on the 2. Because you just got to make sure you get down there, See if he
if he just comes to the long rail, though, then he's making sure that he's not straight, right?
But you don't want to end up on the rail, too.
I like how he puts it in a spot where he's got to shoot off one leg. Talk about confidence.
Very Filipino style, that shot. Yeah, one leg's fine.
One leg, ball in hand.
Plenty of balance.
That's right.
Perfectly
go
balanced.
Inside 2 rails here to the center of the table.
I think maybe even just one rail. We'll see what he does here, yeah. I think if he has the angle, I like 1 rail.
Right.
But, yeah, he might have too little of an angle to do that. Yeah, you're right. It was too small of an angle.
Now this is a little bit tricky. Got to be,
5 goes in the top left, I think.
Right.
So I think you can go underneath it here, like off a couple
Even
rails.
if you draw it to the above center, but center of the table, you can make it down in a corner, come across for the 6 in the side.
Yeah, you could just cut it from middle table, yeah. If you can play this with inside and go off the side rail, end rail would be nice. Right into the line of the 5.
He might. It's a lot of spin that way.
It is a lot. Oh, it could just come 1 rail across. How nice is that?
Okay.
I wasn't sure if the 9 was like really big coming that way or not, but it wasn't too bad.
Landed a little straight.
I think he's okay because if the cue ball was right where the 5 is, it's good to play the 6 in the same pocket. Just draw over.
Come over for the 7.
Yeah, doesn't have to do. Well, look, he cheated it to the wrong side of the pocket there, I think.
Needed to use the rail to hold it.
Well, they say this way you got somewhere to put your hand on the rail.
That's right.
I gotta stay smooth on this one. You see him going for the baby powder.
Just loves to make a mess of all the tables.
He's getting better with it. Over the years, he got way cleaner with it.
That's good.
Ooh. Oh, it didn't have to go in, right? Use the whole pocket there.
Yeah, when you hit the ball like he does, though, it tends to find a way.
It does because he's so smooth,
He doesn't
right?
jab at anything and hits it with a really good pace that you might jump out of your chair thinking it's not going to go, but give it a half a second. It'll find a way.
I try to stay as still as I can, and then they hang up sometimes.
Right.
It's when I jump up that they go in.
Then they go in, yeah. Like, oh, I should have stayed down.
That's right. This is a big shot. he gets this one right, he's going to be up 8-3.
Just some tops here, I believe.
Yeah, I think he
Doesn't
used the
have to
side
do-
rail too.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
overcut that.
it's missable,
quite a
that
bit.
shot.
He's going to leave him frozen on the rail.
This is so tough.
Almost.
I don't even think you can pot this. I think you have to bank it. You have to bank this towards the
Yeah.
low left and send the cue ball back up there because
Yeah, there's not a big advantage to just rolling this in.
there's no payoff yet. It's a 10 out of 10 tough just to roll it in, and then the payoff's not there.
2-1 Jackson over Joe right now on the next table
you know,
beside it.
You know Jackson's up for that challenge, right?
Absolutely.
He loves that kind of stuff.
Sure
he lives
does.
for that.
Sure does.
And he's been in here all week putting in the work.
Right. Looks like Joe just put a 9-ball down, though.
And not just putting in the work. Jackson, like, really puts in the work. It's like doing drills.
Yeah. He
Shooting
doesn't
certain
just come
shots
and
and
start playing 9-ball.
Yeah, and he'll even avoid sets sometimes. Like, somebody ask him to play, he'll say no.
Right.
Even though he can definitely beat them. Did Marshall Glenn win over there? Or? Couldn't see.
I believe so. He was up.
Can you see Jared's scoreboard? He was playing Cameo, like, in the middle on table 20.
He was
or
down.
2.
Now,
it was 6-0. Is he on the
well,
board?
Jared just scratched, but it's 6-4.
Oh!
So he's making a bit of a comeback.
It was 6-0.
Let's go, Mr. White.
Jared coming back. I was a little worried over there, you know, because
Yeah.
he didn't get a match. The first match he had to
I
buy.
know.
And then now he hasn't won a game. I
You mean
thought,
that guy didn't get
rough.
a refund?
Oh, I think he did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know how it worked. The money's going to be in the prize fund, though.
That's right.
This is why I hire tournament directors. Pretty good prize fund, too, right? 7,000 up top. Yeah,
Smart.
exactly.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look
Uh-oh.
out.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's almost as bad as scratching.
Yeah. That's really unfortunate roll. He hit it a little bit thick, though, because even if he went up table to 7.
That's what I was thinking. If he didn't get the cue ball behind the 8,
Yeah.
he was selling out the 7 anyway. It got too close to that corner. Well, Eric's hit a couple shots with this rest. Really nice this match. See if he plays another one. I'm surprised he doesn't get the extension for this one, though. Tends to be a little easier with the long cue than
There's
with
no
the
one around to
extension.
borrow one off of.
That's true. There's one right there. I don't know whose
There
it
you go.
is. Looks like he's playing it with top. I'm surprised he doesn't draw it a little bit,
And go 3 rail.
like to where his hand is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to try to stay on this side of it. Oh, wow. How good is that?
He hit that nice.
Yeah, with like a touch of
With-
inside with
yeah,
the rest.
yeah.
Oof,
Let's play it like that, and that side pocket becomes pretty big. But
that was a confident shot
Mhm.
to play with the inside, just to pot the ball with the inside like that. At soft
absolutely,
speed.
with the rest, yeah.
With the rest, yeah. That was good. Good recovery after a mistake earlier in that rack.
Earlier this week, I was watching him break. He's practicing the soft break.
Yeah.
The next day, there was a disclaimer. No
Yeah,
soft breaks.
the very next day was, yeah. No, we're sorry, Eric. We
Sorry, Eric.
can't let you do it,
Yeah.
bud. Yeah. Yeah, somebody told me they saw him make the wing ball like 25 times in a row. It's like, well, how hard was he hitting it? Not hard
Not
at all.
hard at all,
Okay,
no.
no, well, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I figure if you're trying to make the one in the side, you're hitting it hard enough.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's about it.
hard
Like,
enough, right?
if
don't
you're
have to
not
hammer it.
trying to control the one over the corner, then you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You don't have to hammer it. You don't have to hit it like Catchy and Shane, but as long as you're trying to make the one, then it is a random game because of where the 2 is, right? 2 random racked. But if you're trying to make the wing ball, we can't be friends anymore.
Yeah. Something's going on there.
Something wrong. You can kind of see
Gets on the hill.
9-ball racked on the spot here. A little different. We're not used to this. We don't play this out here as much as they play it out east. Eastern Canada, they play it lots. Ontario, Quebec.
Do they play it with the break box, too?
They do not.
They not.
They play it with the 3-point rule,
Okay.
which was torturing me when I went out there last
Right.
time. because I got a gaffy table and they were kissing and not getting over the hat, and I was hammering it.
And it's a bit more humid too, so they're not moving as well, right?
I was hitting it as hard as I could.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't get the 3-point rule. But I also had 0 experience with the cut break then.
Right.
So I wasn't good at making the one in the side, which might have helped me because then I only need 2 points passed, right?
Yeah.
But I remember playing a match against Dave Parker, and I just couldn't make. It was a race to 15. I think I lose 15-11. I probably had 10 illegal breaks.
Oh wow.
It was unbelievable.
What a struggle, hey?
Like to the point where
that becomes frustrating.
he was feeling bad, and he's
Yeah.
kind of we're both laughing about it, and he's feeling bad. He's like, this is kind of a silly rule because you're hitting it as hard as you can,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I really like this format because that takes it away with the break box.
That's right.
Now it's, well, you can't hit it soft, right? It doesn't really work anyway.
Doesn't really work unless you're Eric Vargas.
Well, you check his rack.
You find a way. Pulling back on the one a little.
Yeah, if I rack 4
What are you doing that for?
I can see Chad McLean on the left side there.
Big match for him last
LP
night.
local. Yeah, he had a good one against Francisco.
That's right. I love his confidence too.
Yeah. Well, I like these last-minute guys. These guys that got in last minute paid me cash. Like, okay, I'll play. Of course you'll play. It's in your home pool room.
Can't tell the score in Brady's match. I see Leo kind of at the table.
That's a close one. I kind of thought Brady would have handled him already, you know?
Yeah.
Brady being so tough in these big moments with lots on the line, right?
Well, that's not
You know,
terrible.
a couple of these guys are thinking about not just the $7,000 and the win here. It's about the qualifying potential for the winner of this to get a spot in the World 9-Ball next year.
Potential.
Potentially, if, maybe, possibly.
If yeah.
We'll see.
That's right.
But that's a big potential.
I'm surprised Eric didn't hit that thinner and try to put the cue ball behind the 5.
Yeah, I thought he was going behind the 5 too. He chose the 8-2 as the blocker, and he kind of got it wrong. Well, half wrong.
Half. Yeah, you can see part of it.
Oh, this is tough though.
Very
right?
tough.
Well, but not much to lose now. I mean, if I'm in Mike's spot, I'm not nervous.
That's right.
Down 8-3, how you gonna be nervous,
Is that
right?
Chad shooting the 9 beside them?
Sure is.
Let's go, buddy.
He's got good technique. He's got
Sure
potential to
does.
be a really, really good player because he's got nice technique, and he stays pretty calm.
Yeah. He's very calm.
Well, he just doesn't get angry is a better way to put it, because you can see he's a little excited out
Yeah,
there, but
of course.
aren't we all?
Yeah. Kind of got the best of me this morning.
Oh,
Tough match to start the
that's
morning.
tough. Yeah, that's tough.
That's
I got a tough one too.
Yeah.
Play Big Red next year.
Absolutely.
We've never played, so
No?
nope.
First time.
David and Goliath match. I'll have to zoom out when he's shooting and
Right.
zoom in
Zoom
when I'm
back in,
shooting. Yeah.
Show me how to do that. I'll take care of that for you.
Well, we got the nice new camera set up with the preset, so we could do it.
Yeah. Scoreboards are working well.
Scoreboards are working very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice addition. Oh, he's going underneath the 6 here. Oh, he used the 7
That's
too.
a nice shot.
Oh, how nice is that touch? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's an Eric Vargas shot.
Tough kick.
Yeah, he's covered a lot here. I
Can't-
was just thinking the
Can't
same.
use the long rail.
Either long rail.
No.
And the short rail is tough here
Oh, maybe
too.
you can spin
Yeah,
off the
this way,
left long
yeah.
rail.
Off the right long rail maybe too. Between the
Maybe.
gap. It's not
Yeah.
easy, but it's there.
I think I'd prefer the other rail. And
Better things can happen the other way, this way.
yeah.
Yeah, you got more reward. If you kick the other way, you're just going to hit it, push it up towards the top left, and probably sell out. This way, if you hit the top side of it, you might send the cue ball towards the 3,
That's right.
leave a tricky combo, or, more good things can happen this way, I think.
I think this is the good way to go about it.
He's looking the other way again. These situations always surprise me because you're down 8-3. I mean, you do got to still try to find the right shot, but you don't have to take forever.
That's right.
You got such a tall task that it's not all about this shot anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Nice hit.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, to hit the bottom
What's
side of
the
that.
leave?
That's pretty
That
good.
works out. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well done.
To hit the bottom side of that when there's not a lot of room there, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Got lottery winners all over the place nowadays. This guy won $5 million. Adam Wood's dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, eh?
Yeah.
So they're going to do big things with the pool room out there. We were talking about maybe
What
doing
room is that?
a provincial battle. The one in Prince George.
Okay.
Black Diamond. Oh, look at this shot. Drills the bank.
That's kind of what
The
I was
one
thinking,
holds
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
He had to gamble there, but it's easier to gamble when you're up 8-3. I mean, it's easy to gamble when you're down 8-3 too, to be honest.
That's true.
But
Yeah. 3-2 for Joe. He just potted the 9.
well, if he gets this shot right, which he looks to have done, and then the 3 to the 5, it could be all over for Mike.
Yeah. 3 to the 5 is the key after the 2 ball here.
Nice thing
Come
with
up
this
a little bit
tournament.
short on shape, or can he just go straight through that?
I think he's okay. He can use the top rail, a little bounce. He might even roll it. He's pretty good with the soft touch, you know. But the nice thing here is Mike's not going to be too worried losing this match. He's got to win a few on the B side and then get to the single elimination. It's back to square, you know. You should be thinking the same thing.
That's right.
A few matches.
Ooh. A little short.
He wanted angle,
Yeah.
but maybe not quite that much. I'd still take this over straight in, I think, though.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to cut it and try to go for it? I guess at 8-3 he will, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it plays okay, like as long as you miss the scratch in the low left, I think it goes over there pretty easy.
Yeah. Who did you play last night?
Played Stan last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good match.
There's a lot of good players on the B side already. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we had a good one. I was up 5-1. He made some mistakes.
Okay.
And then 8 to go up 8-3. I miss a ball. And he kind of does, you know, what Stan does, like 7-6, and he's shooting to get it 7-7, and then he doesn't get it done, and then I win 9-6. But yeah,
Nice
stuff.
shot.
Oh, look at this around the backside of the 5. No, he crashes.
Crashes it. Yeah. Might see a safety here now.
I think it maybe cuts by the 6.
Maybe.
If it cuts by the 6, I think he goes for it.
Yeah.
If he has to cut it in the side, it's going to be a two-way. He's going to lay up underneath the 6, and he might not even go for the shot.
Yeah, last night I got off to a tough start. I was 3-3 at one point.
Yeah, and then you're
I go down
7-3.
7-3, and then I take a small break for myself, just mental break, and win 6 straight.
Yeah, 9-7 from there. That's pretty good. Yeah. Pool's such a momentum game too. It's crazy.
And I just told myself I need to find my own pace.
Yeah.
I like to play quick, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
And once I found that and stuck with that plan, it worked out.
Yeah, you gotta just do what you know how to do best,
That's
right?
right. Nice shot.
Oh, it did cut by there. Cue ball's coming around nice.
Great shot.
1, 2,
Right,
3
yes.
rails, little
Sit on the rail,
bounce.
yeah. I think he's okay. Back out to the middle of the table.
Another semi-touchy shot. I think it plays okay with just middle ball. I don't think he needs like inside or draw it around off 2 rails or anything.
No.
I think it's just
Little
middle
bit of
ball,
top.
1 rail. Yeah, get to middle table. 7 to the 8 can be a little tough with where the 9 is, though. Oh, he's going to be just fine.
Is he going to go draw it behind the 9 to center table again?
Yeah, with the stun draw, I think I
Yeah.
kind of like that. He could go forward around 3 rails here, too, or just lay up underneath it off 2 rails.
Right.
Got lots of options from here. Finish it off. And so we're just going to have a short break, too, maybe 10 minutes, no longer than that. And then me and Big Red are going to do some battle. We'll shut down and restart the stream. I think we'll have maybe Jim White pop in the booth here, too. And if Grant's on here and need help keeping score or whatever, Steph will be around too. So.
I might sit in. She asked me to kind of help out.
Absolutely,
just
yeah.
to make sure
Well,
that someone's here.
while you're not doing anything, that'd be great, yeah.
I think I got a couple hours, so.
Perfect. This to finish it off, Mr.
you
Vargas, 9-3. Good win over a tough opponent there. Mike Abu. Going to go to the one-loss side, try to get it done. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Yep.
Don't go far. If
Not
you
too
haven't
long.
already, like and follow on the Facebook. Subscribe on the YouTube. That way you get notified when we go live. We'll be right back.